Avivak's history began in 1990 when the company was founded in the Leningrad region to supply vaccines against egg drop syndrome in hens for the nation's poultry farms. The company is now the leading Russian developer and producer of avian vaccines and diagnostic test systems with a range of more than 60 products. All biologicals produced are registered in the Russian Federation and CIS, have certificates of conformity, and meet the requirements of international standards. Avivak has a research base with diagnostic laboratories outfitted with state-of-the-art equipment. The company's production facilities, which have been GMP certified by European specialists, produce high-quality diagnostic preparations and biologicals for the prevention of all economically significant avian infectious diseases. Avivak vaccines are produced using SPF embryos, immunodominant strains of viruses and microorganisms, and a number of other components meeting modern quality and biological safety standards. Strict requirements are in place regarding the cleanliness and sterility of our premises, the professionalism of our staff, and the quality control of our products. Avivak's production facilities are built from the latest high-quality materials, classified according to cleanliness, and equipped with ventilation systems that ensure multi-stage air purification and maintain the requisite pressure differentials depending on the room's classification. To protect the product from the operator and the operator from the product, laminar flow systems are also installed in sterile boxes to create a safety zone above the working surface of the table, in line with ISO cleanliness Class 4.8. Each of the production sections is located in a detached building. Preparatory work includes careful preparation of rooms, materials, and of course, staff. Staff work in sterile boxes in special protective coveralls made of anti-static fabrics which produce minimal dust and lint. Protective coveralls and accessories are always sterilized before use. Movement of staff, materials, and the product in production rooms is strictly regulated. Process equipment, containers, glassware and replacement units and parts are washed, dried, installed, and sterilized during preparation. In addition to mandatory incoming inspection of raw materials and other goods, intermediate inspection always accompanies each stage of production. Viral material is produced through either the embryonic or culture processes. In the embryonic process, the sorted and disinfected egg arrives at an incubator, where the embryo develops under defined microclimate parameters. The embryos are incubated to the specific age necessary for each virus. Then, the embryos are inoculated and placed in thermal chambers with the conditions necessary for cultivation of the virus. Once the virus accumulates to the maximum concentration, the embryos are chilled. The viral material is collected in sterile boxes. The culture process, on the other hand, uses passaged viro cell cultures, fibroblast cell cultures, and the dermis of SPF hen embryos. To obtain fibroblast cell cultures, the embryos are mechanically processed, after which the bodies are treated with special enzymes to break them down into cells. Elaborate technical processes are used to obtain a suspension of fibroblasts, which is added to a nutrient solution to support their growth. The cell cultures are grown in rotator bottles in a thermal chamber. The bottles are placed into special devices in the thermal chamber and are rotated constantly and uniformly so that the cells adhere to the walls of the rotator bottle and form a monolayer. This monolayer then serves as the substrata for cultivating the virus. Avivak has successfully perfected series production of live antiviral vaccines against Newcastle disease from the Lesotho strain, the Boer 74 Vega NKE strain, the B. prim strain, Avivak ND broiler against Newcastle disease for broilers used in feed, against infectious bronchitis from the H120 strain, the A91 strain, against infectious bursal disease from the Winterfield 2512 strain, the VG strain, against tenosynovitis reovirus from the 1133 strain, against Marek's disease from the FC126 strain, the Rispin strain, the SB1 strain, against infectious laryngotracheitis from the VNI-BP strain, and against avian pox from the K strain. Inactivated vaccines are an emulsion of oil adjuvant and viral antigens comprising the aqueous phase. The optimum composition of the vaccines enables us to provide the requisite protection level of humoral antibodies for each of the viral antigens in vaccinated poultry and ensures long-term specific protection against economically significant avian infectious diseases. Avivak series inactivated vaccines against Newcastle disease, infectious bronchitis, infectious bursal disease, egg drop syndrome, and tenosynovitis reovirus can be produced in monovalent, bivalent, trivalent, and quadrivalent versions. We are extremely proud of the research and development carried out by our scientists. Inactivated vaccines against avian bacterial diseases, Avivak Calibac against Caliabacillosis, Avivak Salmovac against Salmonella, Avivak Pastobac against Pasteurellosis, and Avivak RM against respiratory mycoplasmosis. Our recent developments have proven themselves in practice and are in well-earned high demand. Inactivated emulsion vaccines, Avivak Pneumo against metapneumovirus infection, Avivak Pneumo plus ND against metapneumovirus infection and Newcastle disease, and Avivak ND Start against Newcastle disease for use from 1 day of age. Widespread introduction of these vaccines has made it possible to significantly improve the veterinary situation and the economics of poultry farms in the Russian Federation and the countries of the CIS. Avivak produces and sells various versions of enzyme immunoassay test systems for veterinary practice. The basic components of the enzyme immunoassay kits are very sensitive and specific, stable in storage, and comparatively inexpensive, making them the leader in diagnostic and research laboratories for serological monitoring. The effective and easy-to-use ELISA Avivak software, together with various models of both Russian and foreign-made spectrophotometers, has been developed for accounting, processing, and analyzing the results of ELISA studies. Avivak has created and introduced a quality assurance system which conforms to the regulations for production facilities and quality control as approved on 14 June 2013 by Russian Ministry of Trade Order No. 916, National GMP Regulations, as well as other government standards. This quality assurance system involves staff from all departments and at all levels of the organizational structure and is aimed at managing production so that it is impossible to produce products that do not conform to established requirements. The quality assurance tasks are diverse and encompass all areas of activity, from staff training to quality control at all stages of production. The Quality Control Department is responsible for quality control at Avivak. Its job is to prevent the usage or sale of products that do not meet quality requirements. All products produced are carefully inspected for compliance with quality requirements. Avivak specialists emphasize veterinary follow-up of the product. The veterinary service includes a comprehensive approach to diagnosis of infectious diseases according to the process parameters for the raising and maintenance of poultry. Serological monitoring to assess the epizootic situation at poultry farms, analysis of systems for veterinary treatment of poultry, and laboratory diagnosis with serological, virological, histological, and microbiological studies. Avivak's organizational structure includes a consultation and diagnostic center and a training center. The Avivak Consultation and Diagnosis Center and Training Center may be used to determine the biological activity of vaccines, obtain assistance with assessing the results of diagnostic studies, and get training on issues of avian infectious pathology. At Avivak and our diagnostic center, we have highly qualified specialists, including professors, doctors, and PhD qualified staff, whose experience and professionalism enables them to provide scientifically supported consultation services. Avivak has now come to embody quality and a guarantee of highly relevant, reliable products and services.